Check the stream. Where is my Just one, two, just one, two. Yeah, man. So, hey, you see the brother coming, so we're just gonna wait a second. You know, we're gonna start off the cab, man. Yeah, man. It's live already, huh? It's live. But then it's too late yet. It just came right on time. That's what. Sure. Hey, you can come, man. Let's do something together, man. Yeah, man. Brother made it right on time, huh? Right on time. I was just checking him out, bro. It's fucked up, man. He has to check things there, man. This is the case, bro. You gotta do what? He has to check some things there, man. Doing what in there? Huh? What are you doing? I don't know. He said he gotta check something? I know he checking something, I just saw it. But I'm thinking like, yo, everybody doing this thing, but you know? Yeah. Almost. We want to give all praise on the glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, and Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great mercy of the Thomas is true. Peace and blessings of the elect 144,000 4 sincerity for 4 months. Right? The GMS Germany camp, out here to the spirit part of how much Shai preaching the prophets and the downloads. You know, out here trying to wake up the children of Israel who are the Lord's chosen people, to warn the Lord's chosen people. Okay? Woo! Hot. My goodness. That's the hotness of the scriptures. Woke me up right there. Miles, bro. You see, that was an example. Yeah, man. See, the Lord put that fire in our mouth, man, for us to go out here to preach and prophesy, man. That just woke me up, like lit me up, right? Woo! You see, it burned all the way down, brother. It burned all the way down, brother. The tongue all the way down. So, what I'm trying to say is that the Lord has put the spirit upon us to come out here to preach and prophesy the wickedness of the wicked downfall. I mean, the downfall of this wicked ass kingdom. Okay, to warn the children of Israel and to give these heathen a little piece of what they're going to get in the kingdom. All right, the judgment, man. Let them know that terror and destruction is coming upon them. All right, go ahead.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29 and verse 19. No, I select the wrong verse. Wait for 1 second. It's the wrong verse selected. I thought I had it, but not right here. Jeremiah chapter 20 verse 9. It says, "Then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak anymore in his name." You know, speaking of Jeremiah, Jeremiah was like, "Hey, I'm done with speaking for Yahweh Bashem, man. I'm done with it, man."
Yeah, because he's like, go ahead.
Yeah, because he got afflicted by the Israelites, man. He didn't want to hearken, so he like, man, he fed up with that thing, you know. But it says,
instead of going out to them, the 2/3, pretty much they don't want to hear, man. You know, scoffing and mocking, laughing, taking the words of the prophets for nothing, man. You know, taking those things that Jeremiah was speaking about lightly.
Go ahead. Jeremiah had heavy prophecies in there.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying, man.
Yes, the downfall of one of them Babylon, which is America.
Man. That's exactly what I'm saying. Because in that time they're like, man, what the hell is this dude talking about, man? This dude is crazy, man. You know, they was scoffing and mocking on him, man.
Yeah, I just saw two scholars walking also, man. She said the most big ass female, man, saw me like, let me start verse 7. Let me jump up to verse 7. Jeremiah 27. It says, "The Lord Yahweh, it's like, oh Yahweh, thou hast deceived me, and I was deceived. Thou art stronger than I, and hast prevailed. I am in derision daily. Everyone mocketh me. For since I spake, I cried out. I cried violence and spoil. So he's speaking about what's gonna come. Violence, spoil gonna come upon y'all. You know?
Because he was saying, see me, you said all these wonderful things are going to come upon me by speaking these things, you know? Because he's like, he's in straight derision, and they was coming against him really hard, you know? They was talking, but laughing and scoffing and mocking against him really hard. He was like, wait a minute, that's not what was promised, you know? Go ahead, all right?
Yeah, basically because you have to understand, man. This is what people forget. Like when people come to the truth, they think it's all fine. Then they're gonna speak the word. Everything's gonna be cool. No, you're gonna go through some hardship, man. Can you get Sirach chapter 2 verse 1?
Yeah.
Because read the
And then immediately, you know, you're going to get a wake up call. I mean, the Lord he take his time with every single person, man. You know, all of us get tossed into that cold water at least once. You said, Sirach?
doesn't matter. You can if you want to, but we don't necessarily. I think the stand is good. How it is position.
Yeah, that's good.
It's good. You don't have to do it.
So, Ecclesiasticus 2 and 1.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to preserve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Yeah, if they'll come to serve the Lord, present for soul for temptation, man, for testing, for trials, man, and also mockery, scoffers among them, man, because these people, when they come to the truth, thinking they're just speaking the word, you basically condemn this world and you speak against the government, man, because we are speaking sedition against them, man. Because we're going through a sedition, it means basic provocation to rise in uproar against the government. And ultimately, this is what we do with the Supreme Power of Yahweh Shem Shai, because we're speaking this word for the prophecy, and the prophecies keep on fulfilling themselves. And a part of prophecy is that the people are going to revolt against the government. And this is what you're seeing, man. So now it says, prepare the soul for temptation. And you can't forget that. This is what Jeremiah was like, yo, man, I thought, like the brother said, good things going to come onto me. But he just got mocked, scoffed, probably run out the city, like Yahusha also, you know. So let me go back to the book of Jeremiah, 20, verse 8. For since I spake, I cried out, I cried violence and spoil, because the words of the Lord Yahweh was made a reproach unto me, and a derision daily. See, because people didn't want to hearken.
Yeah.
You know?
And you see it today, too. You see it today, maybe in a different way. You know, we do it mostly on the internet. You know, over here you don't see so many jakes. I mean, you
see jakes, right?
You see jakes. What I'm saying is they don't really come around the camp and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or at first, man, it was, man. When we first started preaching, it was everybody was coming.
That's why I said like we was an attraction, but now we knew we normal, man.
Yeah,
We like normal because for 3 years out here every week, y'all but these people saw us at the beginning like, hey, there's something new. They, other Muslims, they say they're not Muslim, but they got these Muslim-like garments on. But they got garments like us on.
But they got beards.
Yeah. See? So we was an attraction to them, but after the hype was gone, man. I know we went. Let's go. I know also we passed through the whole social media also for a certain period. Because remember, like these younger kids came, they're posting on the social media and shit like that. Of course, got spread. Shit. Us. Yeah. They just filmed us and shit. But going back, it says verse 9, Jeremiah 29. Then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name. But his word was in my heart as a burning fire, shut up in my bones, and I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay. And I brought it out because brother was drinking the tea, and the spirit came basically upon him, or the coffee, and the same thing with Jeremiah, he couldn't hold back, man. Like the spirit, he couldn't hold it in. He couldn't hold it in because the word of the Heavenly Father was too mighty, man. And if you're a true prophet, you can't hold back, man. And like it says also, hold no tongue no more concerning the wickedness.
You're gonna do this work willingly. You're gonna do this because it just comes to you naturally. It shouldn't feel like it's forced. It's not gonna be forced to you, man. This the want to come out here and preach and prophesy. It's not gonna feel like it's being forced to you. Because we understand what's the come for these things, for these sacrifices, man. Right? The things that we sacrifice, do this work to preach and prophesy, the downfall of this kingdom, to usher in the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Shai with our people in the power seat. The Israelites, the northern and southern kingdom together in the power seat, ruling these nations, having being in heaven, man. So why would we care what these people say right now, who really don't even understand what the hell is going on? They don't even know that they're sheep. You know, Amalek, the tribe of Amalek, call them goyim, man. He call them sheep, man, cattle, man. And that's what they are. You know, they're nothing but sheep and cattle, man. You know, and like we were talking about last time at last camp, how if the wicked is in rule, so are the people under him. You know, the people that follow that wicked ruler, they're going to be wicked also because that wicked ruler is going to create those wicked laws. He's gonna make it comfortable for his wickedness. All right, he's not gonna make it uncomfortable for himself. If he's wicked, if he likes perverse things, he's not gonna make laws that goes against him. He's gonna make it so he can do what he want to do. And everybody who don't hearken unto that word, what happens, man? They get punished.
That's right. That's right.
You know what you got?
After the verse, I think also another police force was coming. Right?
Yeah, I see it
The
too.
coaches coming tonight, or the hears because he hears screaming back there.
Yeah, yeah.
There's something going on back there.
Okay.
But this is 2 Ezra chapter 15, and let me start verse 7. Or no, let me start at verse. Let me start verse 1, real quick. It says, "Behold, speak on the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord."
So that's what I was talking about when that coffee came into my mouth and it was super hot, and I just woke up. You know, that's what the Lord has pretty much done. He woke us up, man. He put those words in our mouth to allow us to wake up and to see this world in a different perspective, man, with a spiritual discernment. Okay? We see this world in the physical and in the spiritual sense, man. All right? Sometimes you see these demons, especially these ones that got jabbed up, they look fucking dead, man. Their eyes is all dark. They don't got no life to them. They look like fucking drones, man. Go ahead, Art.
Verse 2.
Ain't got nothing to say today.
"It caused them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not
These words are faithful and true. Go ahead.
the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee."
See? Go ahead.
Verse 4. "For all the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness."
All the unfaithful shall die in unfaithfulness. All right? That's talking about Israelites also, man. That means they know about faith and they're unfaithful. They know about what they're supposed to be doing and they don't do it. Go ahead.
Thing also is, if I may add on to it right now, because nobody's going to have an excuse.
Yeah.
It's called to Matthew 24:14. This gospel of the king shall be preached in all the world, man. And then shall the end come, man.
Huh.
You know, so this is really what we see. This word is spread through how? Through unicorn, man. You know, you see it spread through the unicorn, and it's basically unstoppable, man. They want to block it on YouTube and make certain videos on what is it called? No, Odyssey, man. Odyssey.
Oh, I see. Yeah, subscribe to my Odyssey.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
what the hell?
But listen, man, the dope thing on Odyssey is just quick advice for brothers. If you connect your Odyssey channel with your YouTube channel, like around 250 euros, like the videos, the last 250 or something, going to be copied automatically. So you don't have to, do it all. They're going to be copied, man. So a certain amount of work.
Do it yourself.
Yeah, if you want to do it. I just took these videos and just kept them moving with the new videos. And all the new videos that you post on this channel are going to be automatic on Odyssey.
Okay.
Yeah, man. With the title and everything.
So it's automatically uploaded.
Exactly.
You don't even have to do it.
Yeah. Exactly. So just as advice. But that's really the spirit, man. Because see, even I was thinking today about Frankfurt because today in Germany, man, it was really fucking snow, man. Everyone was snow like crazy. But then of course the sun came and this what's called melted quick. But you see, man, the city is still packed, man. These people thinking everything is normal, everything is cool, but soon death and destruction is about to come, man. You know, because what you really see is also in the German government. They said because of this new old version of the virus, you know, that they really need the vaccination mandate, man. They said it like that, man. They said this version of the virus is pushing us even further to really implement that order, implement that law, to make it mandatory to have it. So hey, the time of trouble is at hand, man. And you have to really check where you're standing. You're standing for the Lord or not, man. So I want to say, going back, 2 Ezra 15 and verse 5, we have to keep the battery. You got a power bank now, huh? You have to check the battery here and there. But 2 Ezra 15,
right now.
yeah. 2 Ezra 15 and 5, it says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction."
See? So the Lord has promised, pretty much, He's told us straight up that He's bringing what? Plagues, famine, death, destruction. None of those things sound good. None of those things sound pleasant. Why? Because this place is fucking wicked, man. That's the only way that it's gonna be cleansed. It has to be purged of wickedness. Great death has to be taken out of this earth. I mean, great death has to happen for this wickedness to be taken out of this earth.
Yeah. Just connect it if it works. So like it says, go back. Verse. Yeah, I was like I want to add on to it because what you really see. By the way, on this one.
Both ways.
It's what it's like too. Wait.
Okay.
Yes, touch.
Nope.
Start.
Stop.
Stop.
Then leave scared.
Just in case.
Says, yeah, because said the Lord saith the Lord that will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And really what you see is the famine is coming. The famine is coming close day by day because these people taking everything to school. But even the German government told these people like, hey, you should prep some food probably, man. Why? Because they know a shortage to the supply chain gonna come. Because the supply chain is still disrupted, man. Because of these new measures, certain countries you can't go in. Certain companies don't want to deliver in this country because of the measurements. So see all these things going on, man. You know, and then it says the sword. What is the ultimate sword? The ICBM missiles, man. And these are furbished right now. Also, the I think it was North Korea declared that they had the new they shot news were made that they shot a new missile, you know, or made some new missile tests. So you see, these nations prepare for war. This is what we're seeing. So we see the time is coming to the end, man.
Refurbish something. You know, pretty much brandish it. You know, you like showing it off. You know, they're getting it ready. So you what's that? Pull up that word right there. Refurbish.
Purpose, I can look at it. Just tell me what you want, man. I'm
Because so you said that weapon, those swords are furbished right now.
It
Okay,
says
go ahead.
furbished, late 14th century, implied mid 13th century in surname furbisher. From Old French forbis, present particular stem of forbear, to polish, burnish, bent, meant, repair.
Okay, so like you polish a weapon, right? Let's say you got a sword, right?
Sharpen.
Sharpening that shit with a wheat stone, with a wet, sharpen it, get in there ready. Because you know when you need to use it, you want it to do as maximum amount of damage as possible. Okay, so those weapons that are being furbished, being brandished around on TV, on media, being tested and shot into the air and looked at, that's being sharpened because they're shooting it, seeing how fast it can get off the ground, how far it can go, how low it can stay, and then they're practicing and perfecting those systems that control those missiles, man. So they're being furbished, man. They're being polished. They're being set up to be ready to be used. All right, go ahead and fucking
Yeah. Says,
eating poison, killing themselves, man.
yeah, but these are the people, man. They have to understand, man.
Fucking fruitcake
These,
too.
these, these people are just really completing the world, man. You know, they're really going with the world. Because if you talk to me about McDonald's, I don't even know, or Burger King, I don't even know, like, such a thing like, oh, this is food, man. Actually, this is food. There's no food for me. Because it's completely out of my system like that.
It's not food, man. It's not
Yeah,
fucking
it's not food, but for them, it's food.
science experiments, man.
Yeah, like
Science
I remember the one
projects.
video. There was a female. I think the burger from McDonald's was like 50 years old or something. It
Yeah,
looks still
man.
new, man.
Yeah,
Like you can still eat it. But this is madness, man.
you know,
At a certain point,
fries don't even break down.
yeah, should be break it down. Should be
Moldy,
moldy.
you
Exactly.
know. Then that shit does not happen. So if it's not happening outside, you think it's happening in your body? You think your body's getting rid of that shit? I don't know. Your body absorbing that fucking poison,
That's why
man.
you can eat also a lot of that. You eat it and you think like it's nothing
Yeah, I
happened
didn't eat
because
nothing, man.
no nutrients are in there.
Yeah,
When you
it's
eat nutrients,
empty, man.
if you eat food full of nutrients, man, you're gonna be full after one plate, man. You're like shit. Man. But then sometimes when you eat nothing,
Let's go back.
it says. Uh, Going back, 2 Corinthians 15:6. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. So this is why these plagues are coming, man. This is why these things are happening, because wickedness is at the peak, man. Like we just saw, man. We just, like the brother just pointed out, like a prime example. These two guys can just walk around, which in Germany normally they would be killed, man. Even in this freaking, even my country, Germany, they would have killed them, man. But now they have the freedom to do anything they want, man.
Because the leaders, the ones who are set up in this kingdom are perverse.
Yeah, man, because they're just, yeah.
All right, so they're passing these laws. That's why you see everywhere you turn, you see LGBTQP acceptance, man, being shoved down your throat.
Not even accept, it's going to be forced on you, man. Especially
no,
the
it's
children,
saying
man.
acceptance being shoved
Oh.
onto you. Like you gotta accept it, man. You gotta accept it. If you're not accepting something wrong with you, okay, put it in your cartoons for your children. They put it in every TV show,
In every commercial.
in every movie. Jake is gay and shit.
Yeah, these are
Every movie, Jake gotta be a fucking a homosexual, man.
either going to be a dyke or really a
The
feminine.
woman is attracted to an Asian, an Ammonite or a Moabite. Jake female attracted to an Ammonite. You never see Jake really with each other. And if there is, then the Jake like a black light chick get addicted to crack, pretty much. She crackheads, you know what I'm saying? And then it just shows you, man. They defame us, man. Go
Okay,
ahead.
one thing, speaking of, because I was driving today doing my thing, and I saw a sign like a dating site, right? Normally, they have like a man or a female there, half naked. Now they have two men basically from the waist down, and be like, yeah, man, you got your partner already. That's madness, man. And
So
also,
pushing it on you.
yeah, and also what you see in all these commercials is that like when it was Hollywood, we really saw it ultimately. There are two examples. Either they're all like Batimans, man, like all sodomites, or you see a Jake female with a hidden man, especially Esau, man. This is really what you saw, man. And that's what you see in these commercials nowadays, man, because this is the spirit they want to push on you. They don't want you to be with your own kind. They don't want you, the so-called black man and so-called black woman, which are Israelites, to stick together. No. They want to divide them like they did in the slave times, man. And this is working perfectly right now. Why? Because it's the curses, man. These are the curses that Heavenly Father spoke about. We're running 28 chapter, you know, the 28th chapter, man. He spoke about, man. You should have an evil eye towards your brother. And, you know, the wife of the bosom thou shalt leave, and should even not leave your children, and despise them, man. So now comes the point I want to make the sickness 15 and 7. Therefore saith the Lord, verse 8, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Man.
You know, that's the Israelites, prophets, saints, you know, men out here doing this work, you know, who have been slain, who have fell, believing in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, been doing this work for 30 plus years, sighing and crying, asking, what the hell is the reason for this, man? But the more you study the scriptures, you start to understand why we are. That's an Amos 3 and 2. You only of all the nations have I known before. Amos 3 and 2, 3 and 1, 3 and 1. Get that right.
But can I add something to this point real quick?
Go ahead.
Because the Heavenly Father is not holding his tongue no more concerning the wickedness, man. And that's why I see all this judgment happening. You know, of course, you send out these prophets before the judgment comes, as always. But that's why I see all this judgment come, because the Heavenly Father is not holding himself back anymore, man. He unleashing the judgment, man. And he unleashing it because it's enough, man. This shit is enough. Because it's really skyrocketing. It's unbearable, basically, anymore, man. You know? Because if you can accept this thing, man, something is wrong with you, man.
Can I accept what?
If you can't accept all these things that are going on, you just accept it, something's fucking wrong with you, man.
Yeah.
You know, all these mandates, all these draconian laws, you know, all these things, if they be pushed onto you like that, man, and you accept them, man, you're a demon, man. You're a straight up demon, man. And we should never accept it as a man of the Lord, man. Never. Doesn't matter who the fuck this is, man. Can be your mama that is freaking died, man. You shouldn't accept that. Father's a sodomite, man. You shouldn't accept that. You know? You shouldn't accept these things, man. Be like, yeah, my mama's cool. No, man. That's an abomination, man. Both of them should be put to death. But hey,
we're not there yet, but it's gonna come.
Yeah, it's coming soon, man.
Because they're gonna have that perverse spirit upon them. They're gonna still try to be going off. That's why they gotta be taught the law. They're gonna get a mud hole stumped in their asses in the kingdom, man. Mud hole stumped. Yeah, man. They're gonna get a mud hole stumped in their ass, trying to go off. All right. The men of the Lord are going to remember, man. They're going to remember all of the things that they had to endure.
Also past tense, eh?
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. In all those lives, man, at the hands of Esau, at the hands of Ham, at the hands of Cush, at the hands of Ishmael, all right, at the hands of Ammon and Moab, man. All of the things that these heathen nations at the hand of Tarshish and those Greeks, man. Hey, and the Romans. Hey, y'all gonna get it, man.
Tarshish.
Yeah,
Tarshish happens.
isn't it? I thought it was like the Isles of Tarshish. I thought it was up there by the Greeks and stuff.
Oh yeah, Tarshish. Yeah. But I think I think it was,
That's what I thought. By the Isles of Tarshish, right?
no. Amos 3:1. It says, "Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for for all your iniquities."
And that's just so the Lord is like, okay, so the wickedness is in this earth has been fulfilled through the read it again because we had to go through the things that we went through, us being wicked, and now we had to witness Esau being utterly wicked, man. For our being wickedness, we had to endure the wickedness of these heathen nations, man. You know, we had to endure the horrors of the horrors of the pretty much the left-handed side can pretty much muster up all the creativity of horrors that Esau can think of. We had to endure it, man. In slavery, you know, I was watching a video about how the slaves was on those ships, man, with Esau, man, for 3, 4, 5 months, all dudes. Esau perverse, man. He'll have sex with anything, man. He'll have sex with anything. He don't give a goddamn, man. He don't care, man. He'll tie you down and do it, man.
Can you give Malachi 1:4?
Can't.
Can you read the whole thing again?
No, it's good. I made the point. Keep going. Oh, that was it? Can't. That was only the point I was saying. So, like the brother was saying, that the wickedness of this earth, you know, go ahead. Speak on it again, right?
Yeah, the wickedness of the whole earth, man. It's too much, man. Because you can't, like before that, you could avoid it. You know, you saw maybe 1 or 2 sodomites here. You know, you have pork and this, then the third. But now it's everywhere, man. You just take fucking soaps in there, man. In the food, in bread, man, it's pork here. So you have
Pork
to really
hair,
check.
bro.
Yeah, pork hair. And also,
pork hair.
yeah, and also the glycerin, which is basically the things that could use from the animal. They just bound up together, put it in the thing.
Make it clear like a little jelly.
Yeah, because to soften it, you know. And that's really the thing, because in certain breads, if you read the thing, you know, it says, for example, in Germany, monoglyceride, right? It's a term. You look that up, it says it's mostly plant-based, but it can contain. Just can't. You can't tell me. So you have to even check for that if it's plant-based or not, man. Because why? You want to accuse us daily, man. You want to accuse us every day. Every day, man. You know, because he's the accuser of our brethren. Because he tries to make a basically accusation in front of the Heavenly Father against us. He tried to build a case against us to take the birthright from us and to really condemn us. But it won't happen, man. Because it's a part of prophecy. Israel won't go down again. It's only going to rise from now on, man. You know, when the Lord Yahweh is going to come back, the rise is going to happen, man. You know? So going back, 2 15 and verse. Give me real quick, Malachi. Real quick.
Malachi 1:4.
Start at verse 1.
Malachi 1:1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi.
See, so this is what the Heavenly Father gave to the prophet Malachi.
I've loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
Yeah.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
See, so Israel is ungrateful, man. He like, where has the loved us? He delivered us from Egypt. He gave us food in Egypt. He gave us everything we need. And every day, man.
Put us above all nations if we kept the commandments.
Yeah. And he gave us he promised us a land through our forefather Abraham. And the promise we fulfilled in Israel. So you see, man, Israel is an ungrateful piece of shit, man. Straight up. This is what Israel is. Because you see it also in daily life, man. Like Elder Apostle Tahal brought it up one time, man. He said, somebody was on the side of the road, you know, his car had no, basically didn't start anymore. So it came up with the jump, you know, with the cables, the jump start cables. He came, he like, hey, Elder Apostle, I was like, yo, listen, man, if this dude gonna say, want to give me a tip, are gonna decline it. And he said, like, man, you know, this wicked nigga said, he didn't even say thank you, man. He didn't even thank me, man. He just left. Hey, this is Jake, man. Then the other brother said on top of that, yo, a guy wanted that I gave it to Jake. I helped Jake. They wanted to steal this jump car from me, man. Yeah, man. And this is really Jake, man, for you. Because they think everything should be given unto them. You know, which ultimately when you think about it like that, everything should be given unto us. Yes, the whole world was made for us. But we have to earn it first, man. Like I said, second and seventh chapter, man. We have to earn it first. You can't just be coming in like you basically the ungrateful son of the king, the wicked prince kicking in the door like, yeah, man, it's my kingdom, all right? My father died, man, so it's my shit. But you didn't do anything in your life, man. And to prevent that, then we thought, let's go to this shit, man.
You don't know how to judge.
You don't know shit,
You don't know
man.
how to rule.
You just want to live your place like you did before. But this is why the Heavenly Father let us go to the hell that we're in right now, man. You know? He coming later. Keep on reading. He said like you're gonna come a little bit later.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I love Jacob,
See, yet he loved Jacob
and I hate Esau,
and hate Esau, man. Uh-huh.
and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are improvised.
Published.
I promise
Published.
like it. But we will return and build the desolate places.
Exactly, man.
Thus saith the Lord
This is what
of
they
hosts.
basically did in the Renaissance, man. You know, built this a place again. Because Jake took them over, man. Then I came and wanted to rebuild everything. And basically build upon the foundation of Jake, man. But what does this yeah.
Iconoclasm.
Yeah, this is Renaissance is iconoclasm, man. Yeah, man, because when you go into Renaissance goes in Renaissance, rebirth, man. Then you have iconoclasm, which is the destroying of what is it called?
Icons.
Yeah, man, of images, destroying of images, man.
Iconic images.
Yeah, because when you go into Russia, you still see
Here in Deutschland also.
yeah, you still see the
Certain
biblical pictures of dark skinned men, man. You see the Lord in dark skin, man, in these churches, things like that.
They
So they know, man.
they be having noblemen all over Deutschland, man. Southern
Yeah.
Deutschland.
But they try to hide it, though, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Because what they had also is they had certain place like the pharmacy, or they called it the Mohrenapotheke, which is the pharmacy of the Moors. But they took that shit down. I had one in my city. Hey, listen, man, I wanted to go there. Wanted to make a picture of it. They right. I was one day before. No, I was thinking about it one day before. Then I went there. They changed the shit. I said, "What the fuck is this, man?" Right as I want to go there, they changed it. But this is showing you the East want to hide the history. Why? Because if you know the history, man, you're gonna know what's gonna happen in the future, man. Simple as that. Because when you look at our history, if we wouldn't have our history, what we went through, the slavery and everything, we wouldn't know what happened to us in the future. We wouldn't know that the problems are gonna come onto us also. We all think that we're niggas and spics, man. What is he call us? And we'll try to convert ourselves, or else to transform ourselves into their fucking likeness, man.
Conform.
Yeah, conform, not convert, conform. Conform ourselves or transform ourselves into their fucking likeness, what they want.
Like putting a triangle into a square.
Yeah, man, it's not working, man.
You know? That's what, or a square into a triangle. That's what Esau is. Esau is an odd-shaped thing, and we're the right. So he's wrong and we're the right. And you try to. If we didn't know, if we were still asleep, we would still be trying to fit into the Esau's kingdom, man. You know, and that's just showing through the mercy that the Lord has had on us, that He woke us up in these last days. So you know, that He gave us the eyes to see, and I mean, really, man, because you see that these people are fucking gone. They don't know what's going on, and they don't know what's coming next.
Right.
Go ahead.
Go back up to.
Look at 1:4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished,
Published.
Impoverished.
Published.
but we will return and build desolate places.
Yes.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down.
So everything that you see, man, can you get 2 Peter real quick? Oh, let me get it. 2 Peter chapter 3, real quick as a precept, because this is what everybody gonna do, man. They built their place, yeah. They built upon the other nations, but what's gonna happen ultimately, everybody gonna destroy it, man.
Look up in America, so-called Native Americans, all the things that Esau built upon, they were already put there by the tribe of Gad. by the Seminole Indians, by the Northern Kingdom, man. They laid the foundation for what these Edomites took and called Plymouth Rock and Maryland and D.C. and Wyoming, and not Wyoming, but New Jersey, New York, and all of these places over there, Delaware, New Hampshire, Virginia, all of those little states over there, not little, but those states over there, they were they were all uh, pretty much set up before by the tribe of Gad.
Building from another foundation.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what it does.
Yeah.
So it says 2 Peter 3, verse 30.10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that are there shall be burnt up. Speak about the nuclear destruction going to come, because this is how the heavenly power going to destroy this place, man. Read the last part of Malachi 1:4 again. What's this here?
But we will return and build desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down.
Exactly.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
So where's the last thing again? The only last word. Say
The
it again.
Lord hath indignation forever.
Forever, man. Not only for a certain time and a half. This is the most hated nation of the Lord. Let me say it like that, man. You know, because this is why Amalek also is called the first nation, because they are the first ones that came against us after we went out of slavery, man. You know, so this hatred for these people, because that's said for the man, he says for the people. For the people, it's not gone, man. That's why they're going to destroy this place, because it's built by others for the Edomites. Let me say it like that, man. Because Esau didn't do shit. Esau always want to claim something, but he didn't do shit but to steal, and then to claim, yeah, I did that. You see it even in the what is it called? The movies? In the movies, and also in the whole business system, man. So I was thinking about it last time, right? Sitting in the office doing my thing. I was thinking like, yo, I was thinking about it, like if I would be like in a really wealthy man's office, right? He would expect me to basically stab him in the back. And he would be proud of it. He would be proud of it. Why? Because he's like, this is how I got my shit. You have to do the extra step. You have to be deceiving to make it in this world. And this is really the truth. Because what do you see? All these people that so-called made it are fucking deceivers, man.
Hold on. Don't the scripture say surely a rich man have done something wicked?
Yeah, something around that line. Yeah.
Surely he has done something deceitful or something.
Yeah,
like
I
that?
think in the book of Sirach. But that's really the thing. So this is what you really see. Why is that? But why is it like we went into last week? Because the rulers are wicked. So everything under them is complete and utter wickedness, man. And this is why the Lord has to return. This is why the Heavenly Father is going to come with the missiles, man. You know, this is why the Heavenly Father is going to come with his great judgment. So let me go real quick back to 2 15th chapter. I'm going to look for that. Yeah? You put KJV 8 because then it's going to give you also the proper. So going back to 2 15 and verse 9. It says, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. So the Heavenly Father is going to come back to avenge his people, man. He's going to come back to the Lord Yahushua. You know, go back in Isaiah 63 and start at verse 1. Because Yahushua is going to come back, man, and going to take the vengeance. Because vengeance is about to come. We might not avenge ourselves right now, but the vengeance upon this planet Earth is going to come. Against the people of this earth, man. Why? Because they threatened the Israelites and put the Israelites under them everywhere, man. It's not only in America like that. It's not only in Germany like that. It's in the four corners of the earth, man. Even if you're looking like this heathen, and they know that because they know your spirit, and you, Jake, they put you under there, look at you sideways like, why you act like these niggas, man? For real, man. So read it.
Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with light garments from Bosra?
See, who is this that come from Edom with dark garments from Bosra, man? This is the Lord Yahushua, man. That's the Lord Yahushua. Keep on reading.
And this that is glorious, it is appeal, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
See, he comes in his greatness of strength, which are the chariots. He's going to come with his fathership. You know, not with the mothership, with the fathership, which is basically the length and the breadth of it is unspeakable, man. As is compared to a mountain cut off, because he couldn't see where it's coming from. And this is how the Lord gonna come back with his strength. Keep on reading. With that, it's like with diagrams of Basra, which represents the blood spilled in Edom, man, because it's one of the chief cities of Edom. You know, and this doesn't mean that the Lord, himself gonna be split with blood, but it's meant, because the Lord gonna be execute my ministry. Come on, man. Do you think that the general commander gonna lead the basically the foot soldiers out? No, he don't, man. He back and organize everything. He leading everything. He coordinating everything, man. That's the Lord Yahushua, man. Because he's a conquering lion. He's gonna come back to conquer this world, man. Which is his. He's gonna take basically. He's gonna take back what is his, man. Yeah. Read.
Wherefore art thou red thine apparel,
See, wherefore are the red thy apparel?
and thy garments like him that treateth in the wine fat.
See, like him that basically stomps the wine, the grapes. Boop, boop,
Tread
boop.
on something.
You
Through it. Tread on water.
What happens? Like for example, all today, there was like a like because of the snow melting, a lot of water there. Baxter stepped in. The whole thing jumped up, man. This is how the Lord basically gonna. This is how Isaiah saw the Lord with freaking blood over him, man.
Drenched.
Splattered
everywhere.
Everywhere, man. Like, hey, you look like you was in the wine fat press, man. Like you stomped the wine, or the grapes.
If you
See,
if you spill some wine on the table and you wipe it up with a cloth and you see how it stays, when it's getting to the liquid, it kind of like expand, like you're not getting it up, man. And then you wash it, what happens? You can't get it out. I mean, so it's a very dominant look to have wine. It's especially on white garments. It stays. It's a
Yeah, and you have to understand, man. It was so severe that Isaiah was looking like, yo,
Man,
what did you do, man?
yeah. Why you got so much? What is all that blood on? Is that blood?
Yeah.
It's like, is that blood?
Keep on reading.
I've trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was not with me.
See, so you have had tried the wine press alone, because hey, ultimately everything gonna be glorified to the Lord. We may do it, but it's glory to the Lord. Because who gave us the strength to at least at the first place do it? You understand? Because think about it, man. We're gonna receive spiritual powers, but where do you get the spiritual powers from? Where are you gonna get the immortal body from? From the Lord, Yahweh, man. So of course the glory gonna go on to him. Keep on reading.
For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my remnant.
See? So that's the thing, man. So you see, first was talking about wine, but then he broke it down. He's saying like, yo, this is blood upon me, man. And I'm gonna do it. And you can do nothing against him, man. And they look like fucking Antifa, man.
I thought so. Like they're about to do. What's that game Beyond? Where you like spray paint? He do have special powers. It was a game, but I forgot. Anyways, that's what they look like. Those characters in that game, man. They're like, yeah, Antifa.
So yeah, man, this is how the Heavenly Father gonna come back, man, through his Lord Yahushua. And this is not the only thing, man. Because the mist is gonna be there also. And we're gonna be delivered right before the mist is hit. And of course certain brethren got delivered already to death, but the others that won't die, gonna be delivered before the destruction that are working, man. So now, going back, 2 15 and verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. So how is it, man? This is the time of the Medo-Persians, man. Because it's the time of Ezra.
Yeah.
So this is the time where the Medo-Persians will rule. So the Egyptian Empire was already gone, man. So how is it that we, like I said here, that he won't let us dwell in Egypt anymore? How is that? Because we live in a modern Egypt. Can you give me Revelation chapter 11 and 7? 11 and 7, I think. It was 11 and 7. Let me double check that.
And we live in a place of symbols, man.
11 and 8. 11 and 8.
This is Revelation in chapter 11 and verse 8.
Because this is more than Egypt, where we live in right now, man.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also the Lord was crucified.
Spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also Lord was crucified, which means to X out. Because crucified means to X out. So where our Lord is X out, because you see that. This is the vibration of the Antichrist, man, to go against the Lord, to be the anti part of the Lord, like in the series Cosmo Wonder, right? Like the old series where they had like this Timmy Turner, and he had like two fairies that fulfilled his wishes. Then there was the anti-world of them. So everything how they were was complete opposite, man. And this is really what it is. This is against the Lord. This is completely opposite to the way of the Lord, man. Do you think all these things were going on, man? People's walking around and actually doing what the fuck they want to? This wouldn't be the place, man, if this would be the Lord's kingdom. This is why the Lord's kingdom has to be established. But
Okay, go ahead, select, yeah.
speak to me, no, speak to me.
I'm finish what you're saying because I want to say something after this.
Oh, yeah, because Heavenly Father established the kingdom with us before it is really here. Because the kingdom starts within us, man. Because, like, also you have the land of Israel, but it's first the people, then the land. So we have to first be the we have to be first the people of the kingdom to then and then basically inherit and grow into the kingdom, man. It's the same principle, man. It's the same thing, you know.
Look, last night I was watching this show called FBI, right? And there was an episode in there where these little girls, not little girls, but these young girls like 17, 18, 19 were getting recruited by ISIS, by terrorists to like poison like snack bars and shit, like with poison, right?
Yeah.
So look, the girls, one of the FBI profilers, she talking to one of the girls, she said, why are you running to ISIS? And the girl broke down. She said, yeah, I'm getting bullied. She said, if I be a thought, I get talked about. If I be good, I get talked about. She said, she said, I can't win. She said,
Good, huh?
no, she can't do anything good. And she said, and if everybody would just wear the burqa, all of that shit would stop happening to me. She said, and the lady was like, so you're suggesting that all women wear burqas? She's like, yeah. Then all of this shit wouldn't be here.
That's right.
And the Edomite was like, that is not the answer, But it just shows you Esau knows what the truth is, man. And low key, these women desire it too. There are some women that get bullied in the school, man. Get fucking absolutely terrorized through the customs of Esau, man.
Yeah. Because
yeah,
also the clothes, right? Like
just-
what you have here in Germany. Just to explain on the example, because in Germany, in the schools you don't have like your school uniform.
Yeah.
Like for example, in England they have it. So this really counts like lot of discrimination, man. Honestly, because think about it. In the schools, man, you can fly kicks, new Jordan, shit like that.
Adidas
With the new clothes, and then you see like a guy,
with the Aldi brand.
you see him like, yo, he got the fake ass sketches on, shit like this. You look at
Skechers.
fake ass with the S from Aldi and shit.
You got the Aldi on.
You look at him like, yo.
You got the Lidls.
The S from Aldi.
No, I said,
You said the S from Aldi. You said the S from Aldi.
Yeah,
Aldi.
yeah, the fake ones because they have the
fake
sketches.
Skechers.
I thought you mean the S, the letter S at Aldi. I was
Oh
like,
no.
Like, Aldi is no
No,
S.
because
I'm
there's
talking
like
about
a
the brand.
there's like a shoe. It looks like a Sketcher, but it's a fake one with the S on it.
Yeah.
And Aldi sells it, dealers so and so forth, and also other stores. But the point is, if they wear these things, they get scoffed and mocked at. Because why? Because people always want to look down on one another one to feel better themselves. This is what you really see. But in England, you don't have to like that, man. You can't have it like that. Why? Because all got the same clothes on, man. I remember it was England when we was younger. I looked at there at school. We was on vacation, was there. I looked, what are these guys? They look all the same. Of course, somebody had like the long shirt, the short shirt, but that's the only thing, man. No brands, nothing. And this is really the inequality that East want to push because he don't want the people to unite. Ultimately, he didn't want them to unite. He wanted to be divided, man. To rule them.
So you can
Yeah.
hierarchy at the top and keep them at the low part of it.
Listen, man, I was watching this anime, right? I spoke about it in the lesson also already. It's called Platinum Ant, right? So these guys really wanted to kill themselves, then an angel came, and then he said, like, hey, you got the chance to become a god, basically, or God. Like that. Then there's a guy, he's rich, but he lost his sister, and he's really, really like, yo, man, if you're not rich, you ain't nothing. Like that type of spirit. So then he wants to kill himself, the angel comes. But now he really thinks, like, if you don't get the right education, and don't get the things of Esau and be seen as rich, you ain't shit, man. He said like, yo, listen, if I be God, I'm gonna end all inequality.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that's dope. I'm gonna kill all the poor motherfuckers out here. He said it like that, man. Like, listen, everybody like, oh, that sounds good, man. I'm gonna kill all the ugly ones and all the poor motherfuckers out here. That's what he
Yeah,
said, man. I was like, yo. But in the series, he also seemed like the guy that is like good in his mind, right? But I know he got some psychopathic. He's a psychopath, man. And that motherfucking psycho, man. Telling you, but hey, ultimately, inequality gonna be gone, man. You know, for Israel. Let me say it like that. You know, because hey, of course they're gonna be rank structure, but the Israelites won't be looked down anymore, man. And also, he's gonna get the land, man. The respected lands, the lands that belong after them, except for Esau. Esau gonna be destroyed, and we're gonna get his land. Like Elder Paul always says, man. Amos chapter 9 speaks about, hey, we're gonna possess Edom.
Yeah.
Speak about the land of Edom, because ultimately, after 1,000 years of slavery, they're gonna be destroyed, man. Woo. Yeah, man. Hey, yo,
With the flick of a wrist.
hey. So have your joy 1,000 years of Esau, man. Then they're gonna be gone, man. He's gonna be the cheapest commodity, man, because he won't be there for long, you know.
Sounds like Kazak.
Yeah, I know. No, man, we'll never forget, man. Look at me. Stop with you, man, like that. But the revelation was done, right? God, so going back, so we know, man, this land is like the world that we're living in is more than Egypt, man. This ultimately America, man. You know, America is more than Egypt, but the ways of America spread to the whole earth. Hey, can you give me Jeremiah 51:7 real quick? Give me that real quick, because the ways of America spread to the whole world, man, to their philosophies. You know, people want to be like America. They see America like, oh shit, you saw this America, man, you know?
Iraq got Christian churches over there.
Yeah. Because they spread the lies to the seed. They're poisoning the four corners of the earth, man.
We got Iraqis over there with blonde hair,
Yeah.
blue eye contacts and shit.
That's why you even see so-called females, so-called Muslims being fucking thoughts, man.
Most kids called something Jesus.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
tight jeans on and shit, stretch jeans.
Yeah.
Over there in Iraq, man, at Baghdad University.
Same-
Google Baghdad University on YouTube. Put Baghdad University on YouTube and you see what I'm talking about.
And the same thing I was thinking about. I saw female post some videos on of Turkey, right? I thought these females are check over there, man.
Man,
Hey, I was thinking, listen, man, you hear always like Turkey, like Erdogan is really strict. You see, only from the ruler. You see him, he's like strict, man. No, we ain't doing this shit, man. We ain't doing this shit. And then you think it's a Muslim country, you see these motherfuckers like, yo, these females have the health naked, man. They do what the fuck they want. Beat up everything.
Lebanon too, man.
Yo, man.
Lebanon too.
You think like, hey, they're good, right? Oh, man.
These customs of the West
Nah, yeah, exactly, man.
has like put the wickedness into all nations, man. Put the whole world out of course, man.
Yeah, this is the verse
Put
perfect
the
verse.
whole world upside down.
Yeah, man. Really?
Esau got this whole world fucked up, man.
Yeah, man.
The whole planet is in turmoil because of Esau's ass, man.
Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
And the more than Babylon is America, man, because Babylon goes to confusion. What you see all here, everywhere, confusion. And they still worship and praise America unto this day, man.
You know how like when you get a dining room set, you get like 5 plates.
Yeah.
You know, then you get like big. You get like a cup set. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You get 4 cups. Imagine America is like a big golden cup, and then you got these little golden cups around it, man. That's what these heathen nations are, man. These little set up places are just like that. And he just pouring his wine in all those cups and having all the nations drink it, man.
Right.
Yeah.
That made all of drunk. The nations have drunk of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
And the wine represents the philosophies, man. The philosophies of America, of Esau spread everywhere, man. And this is why the nations are mad, because you see, man, also Russia and also Poland. What did Poland say? We're not about the LGBTQPI, whatever. We're not about that shit. You know?
Con. Hey, remember when that Nathaniel Allah had made that liquor and the husband was like, "This should give me a headache, man."
Yeah.
That's exactly what these nations are doing from that wine and those headaches that these nations are getting are what the Israelites, man. The Israelites, they started to worry. They started to think like, "Oh my God, these people are really These people of the Bible. This is really coming to pass. What has been said. We're really gonna be tributaries unto these people, man. We had them in derision. We had them in reproach. Yeah, man. We put them in slavery. We destroyed their land. We destroyed the whole remembrance of them. We took their history, all of the inventions that they've done into this earth, everything that they have pushed into this world. We've stolen it. Hey, man, we got fucking hell to pay, man. And these nations are starting to realize that. How? Because the truth is being revealed, like the brother said in Matthew 24:14. This gospel of the kingdom shall be preached into all the world, and then the end shall come. And they seeing it, man. They seeing it right before their eyes. Then you got everybody talking about the MOTB now, man. Everybody talking about it everywhere, man. On every platform, talking about the RFID chip is the MOTB now. Who was talking about it first? Who was pushing it 30 plus years, man? Who put that vibration into the earth, man? Who did that, man? The men of GMS, man. Nobody was pushing that fucking chip as the MOTB. Now it's everywhere. The heathens are proclaiming it, man.
Yeah, they
On the day to day, man. Yeah, man. Like it's normal, man.
They just come to like you know that we're probably gonna be soon chips and shit.
Yeah, man.
Like that. You're looking at it like what you saying, man?
That's the mark of the. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, golly, hey, the men. This word is really pushing to this whole earth through the spirit probably how by Shemi Awashai by the men of GMS, man. That MOTB whole issue. Nobody. What camp pushed it?
I think only Sakara, but they come from GMS.
Okay, well, that shows you, man. We were the only ones pushing that.
Yeah, man. Like honestly, like even Al-Fatah said, like, yeah, who? I think he said the same thing, man. He said, like,
What camp has pushed it?
Then he said Sakara, yeah, but they're coming from us, so it's actually only GMS, man, because everybody else make mockery, but there's not a camp forgot who it was that acknowledged that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. I forgot who it was, man. But they were first going against it, and then he said, Taha's right, man. Taha's right. The leader of them said it. So hey, see, and this is what these other camps should do also, man, because all these things you see, like Bishop Nathaniel said, like, yo,
isn't he sick or something?
Yeah, he's sick. Yo, listen, I showed you the picture, right? I'm gonna show you the picture later. Yeah, man, he said like, it's true, ain't no microchip. Yo, listen, man, it's 2022, man, and the chip is on the way, man.
And it's right there.
Because think about it, man. What did they say? Or what they brought out? This video circulated everywhere, man, on major news platforms. Yeah, in Sweden, we got the chip right here. You know, you can have your C19 passport right on there, man.
Your Corona.
And it's perfect because I will never forget what they pushed at the beginning. Listen, man, this virus is on the money, you know, and on credit cards. So we have to get away from that, basically. See, and that's the thing, man. Yeah. So this is the thing, man. So you see that this whole thing is just a prelude for the chip and really paving the way for the chip, man. This is all that's happening right now, man. This all that's happening. Everything is lining up perfectly for prophecy, man. Everything is fulfilling itself according to the Heavenly Father's plan, man. There's not one thing that goes out of the Lord's plan, man. Not one thing, man. That Jeremiah was done.
Right. Everything is according to the Lord's will, man. Everything is according to the Lord's will. This is all been written from the beginning. All right? Everything that we've seen and we're witnessing that we're experiencing right now is written from the beginning, man.
Exactly.
All right, this has all been orchestrated by who? The spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Awashai, man. The downfall of Israel, the exodus of Israel, the waking up, the revival of Israel, being put back in. This is all the story of the Lord, man, and the Lord's chosen people. That's right. Coming, falling away from Him, coming back unto Him, and then being ruling with an everlasting rod of iron, man, for forever and ever. It's the greatest story you ever told. Go ahead, Ak.
Read Jeremiah 51 and 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen, destroyed.
Yep.
Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so, be she may be healed.
So this is Heavenly Father, like, make a mockery, basically, saying like, yo, listen, man, take balm, basically take a cream for her to heal her. If she may be healed. But she ain't, man. She's going to be destroyed, man. It's not going to happen. But she ain't, man. Yeah, man. She's going to be destroyed, man. It's not going to happen onto Babylon, onto America, because this place has to be taken down forever and ever, man. This shouldn't be inhabited anymore because it's so filthy, man. And it's full of blood, man. The whole world's full of blood. But it's listen, America's full of violence, man, through the blood of the Native Americans. What does the scripture say? Can you read Numbers 35 and 33? And I get this real quick for the brother. Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 9. It says, remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High.
Remember the former things of old. All right. Remember the things that we went through. All right. As you start to do research into these scriptures, you start going into the Hebrew, you start going into the Greek, you start going into history, you start to see that Esau is fucking crazy, man. Esau is goddamn perverse. This cat he got the truth. He got the scriptures, man. He knows what the word says, and he still is just acting out the plan of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Why? Because it's written. He can't do anything else but do exactly what the scriptures say.
Yeah, man. He can't resist, man.
He can't become uncrooked, man.
Like it says in this Romans, he said, like, who can resist his will?
Yeah, man.
No, man.
No.
Nobody can.
Nobody.
It's funny too if you're in school like me. He's always pushing. If you say something or know something, you have to prove it. You have to give the source where you got it from. You have to
write a
prove it.
paper. Yeah.
You have to show. And if it's not yours, you have to show that it's not yours. Then Esau be like, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this.
Yeah.
It's mine shit.
I remember that.
You see, America, I found it and it's mine.
Because he's a hypocrite.
Yeah, he's contradicting himself.
Yeah, man.
He's an ultimate hypocrite.
He's the ultimate deceiver, actually, man. He
tell you where the truth is and then lie right to your face. The truth is right here. And then say, but I wrote the truth. I mean, I didn't write it. I found it like that.
I translated it.
But the thing is, listen, man. This dude is the ultimate Diablos, man. When you go into the word, the devil goes Diablos, man. When you really go into the word Diablos, it means basically to the accuser, but it means also the tricker, trickster. So now, let me finish that. Isaiah 46 and verse. Go ahead, man. Said.
Too much.
So, so it says, Isaiah 46 and verse 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there's none else. I am the Most High, and there's none like me. Verse 10. Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times, things that are not yet done.
What is that? Daniel 7 and 9? What? The ancient of days, this it?
Yeah.
Get that from right quick. You get Daniel 7 and 9? Read that again. Like
Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done.
Okay, from the ancient times, the end from the beginning. All right. So I just want to read this right quick to show you that the Lord Yahweh Shemel himself declared these things from the beginning, man. Go ahead. And he himself is called the Ancient of Days, man. You got it?
Daniel 7 and 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the ancient days.
No, start at verse 6. Like
10:76. After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of its four wings and a fold.
Yeah,
The
just
beast
go back down.
but wait, this start should break it down.
Yeah, you can break it down.
Read it again.
Read it.
After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard,
Yeah.
which had
Leopard,
upon the back of its four wings
Yes.
of a foal. The
Wow.
beast had also four heads, and dominion was given to it.
Yeah. So hey, wait. Start at verse. Do you want to go into it real quick?
You can go into it if you want to. Come.
Then start at verse 2 and read down all the way to the 9. Go real quick.
Daniel 7 and 2. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night,
Yeah, that was great. Go ahead. Come.
and behold, the four winds of the heaven strove upon the great sea, and four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another.
See, so they came 4 beasts up. So this is metaphorically speaking, man. So 4 beasts came up for Daniel, but it means something else for us right now. Because hey, 4 beasts coming out doesn't mean like They're literal beasts, man. You know. Read.
The first was like a lion. It had eagle wings.
Uh-huh.
I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth.
Yeah, this is talking about the Syrian Empire, because the Syrian Empire. Can you look up the? Let me look it up. The Syrian head.
I was about to say, if you look up the Assyrian, have the cherubims kind of look like those things where they look like a lion with the wings.
Yeah, they have like a Syrian head though.
Syrian head with beard, and they have like that cone shape. They got that pine cone type of helmet on top of their heads.
Look at like the whole concept of Syrian line.
See,
See like that.
Yeah.
See?
It looks like a wings.
Yeah.
Come.
So it has it's a basically it's different creatures there, because it's also the cow in there. You see that? You know here. 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 See?
It's in Berlin. That's why it says it's wings.
Yeah, so it has the wings, but it has the Syrian head. So this talk about the Syrian Empire.
Huh.
But the wings of the Syrian Empire got plucked. This talking about when the Babylonian Empire came up, because you have to see it like that. It was first the Syrian, then the Babylonian, Medo-Persian, Greek, Rome, and then now the empire that we're in right now. See?
The EU.
Yeah.
You
with the
win.
EU. Yeah, exactly. So keep reading.
It was lifted up from the earth.
Yeah.
It made stand upon feet.
Yeah.
As man.
Uh-huh.
And the man's heart was given to it.
And this is speaking about Nebuchadnezzar, because he really made Babylon to drive, man. He really made it to exceed. So it came up with a heart of a man, because the animal that has a heart of a man can think, has the mind of a man, so it can speak, can act. And this is really what Nebuchadnezzar did. He really expanded the Babylonian Empire, man.
He made Babylon the city of gold, man.
Yeah, he made it to what it is now known today, man.
Yeah.
The Golden City, man.
Yeah.
You know? Which is, but nowadays this Golden City is talking about America, man.
Con.
Read.
But back then it was known for the golden city. Con, go ahead.
And another, and behold, another beast, the second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it.
So this is talking about the Medo-Persian Empire, because if I remember right, correct me if I'm wrong, but the 3 ribs represent the because come from the east, the north, the south, and the west, because these are the 3 regions that it basically conquered, expanded itself, the Medo-Persian Empire. Because what you have to also understand is, when there was, you see the perfect example,
Because in the book of Esther, go ahead, select it.
because when you see the perfect example you see in the book of Maccabees, because the Greek Empire was ruling, yes, it was in power, but what happened? Why there wasn't power? The Romans came up into power, you know, and then they took them over. So read. Or you wanted to pull something?
Hold on, I just wanted to show you. You were talking about in the book of Esther, it tells how big King Xerxes' kingdom was.
Yeah,
It was like
127 provinces.
So it was like from Asia all the way to the east coast of Africa or something like this, man, to the tip of Africa or something like that. Wait, he had many provinces, man. He had many pieces of land, and that's what those 3 ribs was symbolizing.
So to find that's Esther right here. Esther chapter 1, the first chapter. No, how is that? Esther chapter 1, verse right here.
Got it.
I think
Right there. It says it on that one right there.
yeah, I think it's 23.
That's the 1 and 3.
Right there. Yo, it says verse 1. Verse 1. Esther 1 verse 1. It says, "No, it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus."
King Xerxes.
This is Ahasuerus, which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia.
From India to Ethiopia, man. From India to Ethiopia, he controlled all of this land, man. Go ahead.
Over 107 and 20 provinces.
See, over 127 provinces.
So now go back to Daniel and read this verse again, Babak Show.
Yeah. So, because last time I saw a video, because it's like the snap the whole tour of the.
Yeah.
You see on one pattern just all the countries.
The countries, yeah.
And what this picture that they got is like after Esau. So Esau portrayed, for example, Europe bigger than it actually is. Africa is bigger than Europe.
Of course, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not like picture this.
Yeah,
And I never
He
thought,
did that to make himself look
Yeah.
supreme.
yeah, I never thought of it before.
Yeah.
So I saw this one video.
From who do you see it?
This
Reddit
one,
did it, or it's just some random person?
It was random person.
nah, but I saw it back in when I first came to the truth too, like how Esau he make the map look different.
Yeah.
He make Africa look way smaller than what it really is, whereas he make Europe seem way bigger because he make them seem like they're the
Russia-
civilization. Yeah,
Russia ain't that big like this.
Nah,
like
man.
to see
Nah,
Russia.
man.
Russia is big, yes,
Yeah,
but
but
it's
it's
not
not-
that big like how big it.
Yeah.
how big
go,
it
go
seems.
ahead.
Jeremiah, Daniel 7:5. And
Huh?
behold, another beast, a second like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh.
Yeah, because it was out there to conquer, man. Medium Persian Empire conquered a lot of shit, man. Like we just read, man. 127 provinces. And you have to understand, man. It was even said back in the day to go up against the Medium Persian Empire was insanity, man. You don't go against them. They were so fearful and dreadful, man. That hey, you know.
Look at the movie 300. How he said like all those different type of armies that he had that was under him. All those 127 provinces, man. That's a lot of different soldiers, man. That in one army.
Yeah, because if you conquer, you join them, either you kill them or you're gonna
Or they-
join them onto your ranks.
You
You're
bend the
gonna
knee
kill them.
or you get killed, man.
And to my point, why I said it because Jacob said they had conquered from like Asia to East
Like you read,
Africa. Yeah, I just wanted to say that it's not like this small how it seems. It's
Yeah.
pretty big, it's pretty wide.
And this is what, but this is good that you bring it up because sometimes I was thinking like, yeah, man, they conquered like also when you watch movies something, yeah, they conquered the thing, the place, but when you look at the biggest city like this,
Yeah.
think about they conquered the whole Frankfurt. This is a huge city, like yo, man, they conquered the whole thing,
Yeah.
man. And this is a city, think about the land. So they destroyed the enemy so much that they claimed them. That of course there may be some little flame of revolt there, but ultimately they conquered that shit, man. So go back.
And how do they conquer? Through death.
Exactly.
Through slaughter, man.
Yeah, man. And
This you got to show force. You got to come in and start saying who can beat us, man. Who can beat the best of our soldiers?
Yeah.
If not, it's to come in there and the best guy jump up, he get his ass whipped. Next, get his ass killed. Nobody can defend you. Oh, you either fall under or we're gonna kill y'all motherfuckers. Right now, we take all your land. Oh, we fall under. We fall under. Okay, next city. We go to Hanau. We do the same thing. We go to Offenbach. We do the same thing. It's a show of blood, man.
But also what you see, it's really what you saw. Oh no, this is what you really see with Israel, man. Because Israel got told like, hey, go over there and kill all these people. That's what I want to say. Yes, it's good, but so really what happened, what you saw is like in the book of Samuel. Yeah, book of Samuel when Goliath came, right? Goliath came and Goliath said, I bring you a mightiest warrior. Why? Because I want the bloodshed to end. But what would happen to the rest of them? The rest would be killed, or they would be put on the tributaries, man. That's really what you see there, man. And this is gonna happen.
And what happened? When the dude lost, he take his scepter and he give it to the other man and say, take it to the king. And then that means what? He submits, right?
Yeah.
So you as a tributary, you under the rule. You take that ruling scepter and you give it unto the man who conquered you. So to conquer a land, man, when you really think about it, you see Deutschland, man. To conquer all of Deutschland, you gotta really have some type of force to conquer so. Yeah, man. So the Persian Media Empire, there wasn't no simps, man. That was slaying cats, man.
Listen, man, it was sad. Listen, I say it again,
Yeah,
it was
man.
sad. It's insane to go up against them,
Yeah,
man. Come on, man.
When Alexander the Freak, they were like, man, you crazy, man.
Yeah,
Go up
exactly.
against them, man.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I got it. They're like, nah, man, you're crazy. You're crazy, man.
Which
Yeah,
one said?
Jacob said, straight up killed them, so that it's like they always saying, "What killing the spark of rebellion,
Yeah.
kill the spark of hope." And what you said with life, because Goliath wanted to fight the strongest warrior. Yeah, not only because it's from the say weaker warriors, like then it's like stars like two. They're not willing to fight because they be like, "I'm weaker than him, and he destroyed the mate. Can fight against him."
They wanted to break the spirit
Yeah.
by showing them like your greatest man can do nothing against us.
Have you seen Fist of the North Star? Have you watched it? It's one little part where it's Kenshiro
Fight against the biggest guy?
Hart.
Yeah.
He's like, my name is Hart, and he's like, and then Kenshiro was like, "Ugh," and his hand got stuck. He's like, my skin is soft like rubber. Man, he punched him, and then the flesh opened up. Man, it's finished. I'm about to throw it out. So the point I'm trying to make is that dude Hart, man. To the Philistines had a Goliath like him, man.
What's up?
Had a man as big as this man right here, man.
Yeah, like something I never saw. That's why. You also like I think a brother said it too. I was imagine it's for Goliath with the
human skull.
Yeah, like I was just saying that, man. That's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
They use skulls, shit scarred up.
Yeah,
All
femurs and
fused.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know?
And belts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
femurs and shit. His
Yeah,
belts.
man.
He had brass chainmail and shit.
Yeah.
You little pieces of blood and
But
And like this,
Hey, man.
fire marks on.
Brandon,
Brandon,
man.
But he also had a certain armor. He had
Yeah.
a fishnet on and shit like
yeah,
that.
chainmail.
I also think it's like what He-Man wears. He-Man these two stripes over as a cross.
Yeah.
These leather stripes like this. Then like the scars on the shoulder, like.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what's going on back
To
there?
see Goliath was a terrible sight, because if you see what Israel did when they saw him, man, they was terrified, and Israel was not no weak army at that time. For them to they were mighty men. For them to get terror in their heart, they're like, oh shit, man, this man was different. So go ahead, man, continue.
Yeah, give me a second. I just want to open up again because it's slow. Because I know I have some points in there too.
Go ahead.
Read
Go ahead.
verse 6. Oh, so like one thing, real quick, one thing. Because came to my mind. I was talking about, defending the greatest one. Yo, listen, you heard of the anime Peach Boy? It sounds really weird, but it's very violent, man. I'm telling you, man. Peach Boy, bro.
I don't know about that.
Huh? The title, you mean? The title is fucked up, but the anime is freaking violent, man. So what happened? The guy has some power. It was like I forgot the name of the creatures, but if you see them, he gets instant urge to kill them and just slaughter them. He gets spiritual power basically when you see them. So then there was a big guy. He was like, I heard about you. He like, yeah, I was looking for you, like the strongest guy. Just came out done. All the other ones fled, man. Because he was like the toughest dude in the group, man. And this is really what happened. This is why always.
What did you do? That's all. That's all they did.
He just like this.
Damn, we didn't even see nothing.
He just like boom, boom. Then he goes to the other ones to slaughter them. But this is what they always told you in the world. Like if you fight against a group, fight against the strongest. Fuck up the strongest one. All of the other ones go flat because they're only strong because it's one guy. What's up? Yeah, man. So read. No, I don't know, man. He just said what's up, so I said it back.
Okay, so you can say something later to your point you said earlier.
Which one? Just say it right now.
Because you said Esau, that when he got somebody under him who should be heir his all what he got, his throne, for example, or his business.
Yeah.
That's came to my mind. Where you really see it is in Star Wars, because like the Sith, they got like this. It's called the rule of two. So it's always a master and a student, and the master teaches the student, and the rule is then that the student kills the master to take his place.
That's just what I just said.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said.
And then, because I thought about Esau, and you really see how Esau is. I don't want to spoil it, but in Star Wars kinds of property, what he did.
Yeah.
They really see how Esau is, and basically the Jedi's are Jake.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
And then you have the Jake in there with the unique kind of sword, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. So go back.
Daniel 7:6. After this I beheld, and lo, another like leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a foal.
Can you look up Alexander the Great? Because this leopard is talking about Alexander the Great, man.
The
Read
beast,
the whole thing again, Babak Shah.
After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings
Yeah.
of a fowl.
These 4 wings represent the 4 genres of them. That's Cimeros, Lysimachus, Ptolemy, Seleucus, and Cassander. These 4 empires, right? These were the 4 genres, and after them, basically they split the Greek Empire like we went to last week. So this is talking about Alexander and his empire. He came up against the Beer and basically conquered them, man, because this was the next kingdom to rule after the Medo Persian Empire, man. Read.
The beast had also 4 heads,
Yeah.
and dominion was given to it.
See, dominion was given to it. So these 4 heads, 4 wings represent these 4 generals. Like I said, Lysimachus, Cassander, Seleucus, and Ptolemy, man. These 4 generals. Read. But always like we're gonna show you a picture of basically Alexander. Yeah, because this is why it's talking about Alexander, because he got the leopard head on, man. You know, that's what he was seeing.
What you said was the lion. The beast was the lion.
Yeah, the Syrian Empire.
Was Syrian, but we got Egypt too.
Yeah, because
because what they got like the swings is it called? It's like
the swings. Yeah, swings.
the things with the
Yeah.
pharaoh's head on it, but
Of course,
it's lion.
Yeah, because you have to always understand what El Apostle Rambo also said. The things that, let me say it like that, for example, the Babylonians took the gods and the customs of the kingdom before, which was the Assyrians. You see it in Roman and Greek. These Roman gods are just Greek gods. The Roman gods are just Greek gods with a new name. You know?
It says copy of the helmet worn by
Yeah.
Alexander the Great.
See? So this is really what was going on. So every empire that conquered the previous one takes the straits of it, you know? Take the straits of it. Like, for example, like I just said, with the gods. This is a perfect example. And the ways of living, you know, also. That's what you see. So this is Alexander. This is why it says, the left already said this is the reason, or not the reason, but this leopard represents Alexander. And you see it through that, man. Alexander
See
the
his
Great.
helmet. You see the helmet. They selling it.
Huh?
They selling replicas of it.
Yeah, this is the proof to basic for prophecy. So yeah. So read the last verse again, Babak Shah. Read it again.
Daniel 7:6. And after this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. After there were 7.
What was it?
That was how after he went down, the 4 powers, like you said, rose up after him.
Yeah, the 4 generals. Like you can read the Maccabees.
Verse 7.
Wait, you can just read First Maccabees. As a matter of fact, let's read it real quick. Read First Maccabees, chapter 1,
Prophet.
Nail this down.
instead of verse 4.
Nail it down.
Just to add on to the point, man, to prove
To
the
make
things,
it clear from the table.
to just really
Break
you know,
it down.
break it down to the best of ability.
Oh,
As much as we can. Huh?
Verse
No, no. Maccabees chapter 1, verse 4.
Oh,
If not, let you grab it real quick. Just go grab it quick. Just grab it quick. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. First Maccabees chapter 1, start verse 4, read down. Because then they're gonna say, man, hey, they're divided down to them, and then wicked root, which is
The many evils were multiplied upon the earth.
First Maccabees 1 verse 4. And he gathered a mighty strong host.
4. Might be 1 and 4.
First book, first, 1:4, yeah. A mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings.
matter of fact, instead of verse 1. Because they're gonna say Alexander, the son of this and this. So
And
read.
it happened,
Right?
and it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian,
The Macedonian. Philip the Macedonian, yes. Yeah.
who came out of the land of Chetim, had
That's
smitten
kind
Darius, king of the Persians
See?
and Medes.
So this is the transition. Read verse 5 again. I'll read verse 5 again, then verse 6, real quick. Read it real quick, man.
And behold, another beast.
Call it also.
Daniel 7:5.
Yeah.
And behold, another beast, the second like to a bear. And it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it between the teeth of it. And they said thus, unto it arise devour much flesh.
See?
After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard.
So wait,
Which
so after this beast, after the Medo-Persian Empire, under who was the name? Darius, right?
Read it.
Was Darius?
Darius.
Darius. So it was under Darius. Then another beast came up, and this is the Greek Empire under Alexander, because Alexander came after Darius, which was ruling out over the Medo-Persian Empire. Man,
Break it down.
read it. We receive.
and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings.
Hold it.
Forward.
Read. By Darius. Where was that Darius? Read this verse again. I think you read it. Read it. Read it. Yo, come on, man. Right here.
First Maccabees 1 and 4.
Now, start verse 1. Start verse 1 again.
Verse 1. And it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chetham,
Yeah.
had smitten Darius, the king of the Persians and the Medes.
See, of the Persians and the Medes. So this is the Medo-Persian Empire that got taken down, by Alexander.
That he
took-
reigned in his stead,
Yeah.
the first over Greece.
See, he's the first that established Greek Empire, man.
Okay,
Read.
and made many wars.
Yeah.
And won many strongholds.
Exactly. So he
And
conquered a
slew
lot
the
of things.
kings of the earth.
And he's conquered a lot of things because also when you go into the map, I try to pull it up real quick. Which map? No, not this map. Not this map. This is showing like the empire of Alexander.
Yeah. Conquer.
Yeah, Alexander. Can you look up on your phone the Babylonian Empire? Can you look up the Medo-Persian Empire? And look up the Alexander, the Greek Empire. Put an ancient map that you have a comparison that the kingdom always
You said look up whose empire? The Babylonian?
Babylon, yeah. You show it first. Ancient Greek Empire. Because what you see is that the kingdoms always build upon each other and then expanded.
All right, so the yellow is the Babylonian Empire.
You got the Medo-Persian? Show me again. Yeah. But there's I know there's
Like this one. That's like Egypt, Neo Babylon, Lydia.
yeah.
But that's Media and Persia.
Medo-Persian, yeah, show it.
The Media and Persia.
Yeah, Medo-Persian. This
Yeah,
is
yeah, that just said
Dang, just conquered it. See how bigger it got.
like this is Media, this is Persian.
Yeah.
The darker brown is Media, and the lighter brown
Yeah.
is Persian.
so you see that it's always expanding.
Getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's just taking over. The kings are just taking over one another. Yeah. And expounding on that land. Yeah. You finding it?
Yeah, I'm looking for a map that helps us normal show.
Let me read this very quick.
I don't know if it's a precept.
Okay, so listen to this. This is a prophecy. This is Daniel 10 and 20. Then said he, knowest thou wherefore I come unto thee? And now, Salakia, I didn't touch it. And now I will return to fight with the prince of Persia. And when I am gone forth, lo, the prince of the Grecia shall come. So it pretty much saying like he went to go fight against the prince of the Persia, all right? And then the kingdom that came afterward is the kingdom of the Greeks. It's another way to show you that the Bible is a book of prophecies talking about the histories of the kingdoms of the earth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you have to understand in the time for us right now it's the past, right? But for the time when Daniel was speaking it was a prophecy to come to pass in the future.
Yeah.
So this is the Greek Empire, and you see, the orange one, it expanded again, and then you see the Roman Empire expanded again, and now you see like this kingdom is expanded to the four corners of the earth, man. Because you see the extent of this kingdom we're in right now, everywhere. So go back to Maccabees. So just to give you a little bit of like a visual how these kingdoms always expanded because he had a lot of strongholds, so they really got big, man.
And made, this is First Maccabees chapter 1 and 2, and made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth. Verse 3, and went
and slew the king of the earth, so he conquered and conquered more and more, man.
And went through the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up.
See, so the earth was quiet before him, so nobody wanted to go up against him because they're like, he's gonna conquer us all anyways, man. He conquered everything. Read.
And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him.
See, so he conquered them, they became tributaries. This was the thing how it was back then, also unto this day. Because what does America do? America goes to the country, says base there, and then ultimately they're tributaries unto them. Man. Read.
Verse 5. After these things he fell sick and perceived he should die. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive.
See, so these are the four generals. Like I said, this is Marcus Ptolemy, descendant Lucius. He divided his empire unto them. Just what happened, man. Read.
So Alexander reigned 12 years, and then he died, and his servants bare ruled every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Exactly. So go back. So this is the four generals. These are the four wings and four heads. Daniel chapter 7 verse 6.
Breaking it down. Our brother side is edifying, man. That we make it so it's understandable.
This is why also I brought up these maps. So first bring up these maps, images, because you're gonna fasten it more. You have to really go to the lowest that we can to bring it out, because there are certain levels of wisdom. So you might know when I say the leopard, there's the seven. You know instantly. You know instantly it is what is it called? Alexander. You know instantly. But then another brother, he is like the leopard. What does it mean? You have to break it down. Read.
Daniel 7 and 7. After this, I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth.
And this iron is basically the thing that they had in Rome, man. There's always the iron there, because iron break up all metals, man. So this is why also Daniel chapter 2. Let me pull it real quick. Daniel chapter 2. It speaks about Daniel chapter 2 verse 33 says his legs of iron, his feet part of iron, part of clay. And this is the thing also. The statue was built up like this: gold, silver, brass, iron. That's how the statue in Daniel chapter 2 was built up. Why? Because the gold can't carry iron, but iron can carry gold. So the strongest metal, the strongest empire had to come at the last to carry all the other empires. Why? Because, like I said, the empires that come after take all the traits of the empires before them and mix them together, basically, with their own. So this is really what you're seeing. So this iron represents the Roman Empire, and it was dreadful above any beast because it was conquered, man. It was destroyed, And at one point before I add onto it, because also in the Roman army, like it says in the Maccabees, what I'm going to pull after the point of the brother, that they didn't just let their only countrymen be in the army, that they took countries and mingled them in the army. This is why they got so great, man. What was it?
No point, too.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say that if you look up the Roman army of that time, they marched a lot, man. They marched a lot, right? And their main source of weapon was iron. They made iron swords, right? They revolutionized the iron weapons, iron weapon warfare, right? So the Lord put him as on that statue at the vision of Daniel as the legs, whereas they marched many places. If you look up the movie The Legion, you know the movie I'm talking about?
No, I didn't watch it, but
it's about the Roman Empire. And if you look at the movie Gladiator with the Romans, man, they marched many places, man. They marched to many places. Maximus, before he was put as a gladiator, he was a fighter, a general in the army. And if you watch how they moved around, they marched many places, man. In that game that you play a lot with your soldiers, don't they have to march to location to get to the point where they got a rally point and then attack, right? You know what I'm talking about? And like Rise of Kingdoms or civilizations, when you have an army and you send them to attack another kingdom, it shows you how long it takes for them to get there.
Yeah.
You know, like 30 minutes, and you got to wait 30 minutes, and then you come back and you see that they marched there. Then you got the battle. All right, so the Roman army was known for walking a lot of places, man. All right, and their choice of weapon was iron. All right, yeah, go ahead, Ak.
So, can you read verse 7 again? Bible show?
I don't play it anymore, but
Yeah, read
But
the
you understand what I'm
stop.
talking about? I was just using it as an example.
Thing is, we
I
can stop
played
and
I played too. Rise of Kingdoms.
Day 7:7. After this, I saw the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth.
Hold it. Go first Maccabees 1 8 and 1, and then jump down to 12.
First Maccabees 8-1.
Yeah, 8 and 1. Because to make the point with the armies, and then we jump to the other point
Now,
concerning the dreadfulness.
now Judas had heard of the fame of the Romans, that they were mighty and valiant men.
Just talk about Judas Maccabeus, man. Here, because you have to understand that after the wicked rule from Antiochus Epiphanes the fourth, with the pressure and the weakness that he pushed upon the Israelites,
Huh.
basically Israelites revolted against him. You know, with the starting with the father Matthias, if I remember right. You know, they started under them, Matthias Maccabeus, and then Judas Maccabeus taken over after he died. And now the Greeks, because they saw that the Israelites got stronger power, the Greeks wanted to make allegiance with them instead of fighting against them. But also Romans came, because like in the time of Egypt, the same thing. What did the Pharaoh say? Hey, let's keep them here. Matter of fact, let me grab it real quick to make the point. Exodus, I think chapter 1. I hope it's chapter 1. Yep. This is Exodus chapter 1 and verse 9. Or let me start at verse 8. Now there rose up a new king of Egypt which knew not Joseph. So why? Because they want to make the point, because the king before that knew Joseph, which really made Egypt to drive. You know, he made it to drive and really to expand, to really get rich. And he was even seen as Pharaoh, because Pharaoh said himself, like, listen, man, if they see you, they should see me. You know. So verse 9.
They gave him like a ring or something, right?
Yeah, he gave him basically the
symbol that he's the right hand of the Pharaoh.
Yeah, and the only thing that is really separating him from the Pharaoh is the title Pharaoh. That's what he said, man. Verse 9. And he said unto his people, behold, the children of Israel, let me read it again. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mighty than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. So this is why the Greeks wanted to join them, because they didn't want them, the Israelites, to join the ranks of the Romans. Because they're going to say, read Maccabees, because it's going to say, like, listen, man, they are taking everybody in, man. They want to join the army. You know.
Now Judas had heard, this is First Maccabees 8-1. Now Judas had heard the fame of the Romans, that they were mighty and valiant men, and such as would lovingly accept that all that joined themselves unto them, and make a league of enmity with all that came unto them.
See, so he saw like, okay, they're lovingly taking them, and enmity, not enmity. Enmity speaks of means friendship. So they're ready to make friendship with them, take them as their soldiers, you know. And this is really what happened. Jump to verse 12. So this is what's going on in this empire. This is why the Roman Empire was so also to a certain level so dreadful, because it got this great army. So now it said again, read the last part where you left off there in chapter 7, because it said there, where it says, and behold the fourth beast. Read it again from there.
After this, I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth.
See? Strong
It
exceedingly.
it devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped and residue with
To
the
residue,
feet.
stamp to residue, with the feet.
Stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it.
Read verse 12.
But their friends, this is First Maccabees 8 and 12. But with their friends and such as relied upon them, that they kept enmity, and that they had conquered kingdoms both far and nigh, insomuch as all that heard of their name were afraid of them.
See, it was so much. Hey, they were. This is why this kingdom is called the dreadful, man. You know, like I said in Daniel 7, it said, strong exceedingly, it's like dreadful and terrible. Why? Because the fame of it exceeded already. It's like in the when you play a certain sport and you hear like this team, you know, it's like the finals. You never played against them, man. And they say like, hey, you know, they got this guy and this guy. Like the fear of them, the dread of them, exceed in front of them already, man.
The reputation precedes them.
Yeah, exactly. That's good.
The reputation precedes you. Like you're like, your reputation precedes you. I heard about you, man. You know, so it was known unto all these nations that these Romans was terrible, man. They were dreadful, man. Because why? Because Esau came with what, man? He came with rape, rob, and murder. He came with utter fucking slaughter, man. He didn't come and just talk. Now those Romans, when they came, man, they did what they fucking wanted to do, man.
They were like a bulldozers right over you.
Yeah, man. And they raped, robbed, and murdered, man. You got to understand. These Romans, you know, they just do some wicked acts, man. They used to throw up. They would eat and throw up just to eat again.
Gluttons.
Okay, you got to understand that they were fucking gluttonous. They were practicing saturnalia, orgies and shit. Okay, pagan customs. You know. Come on, go ahead, Art. Oh,
This is why it says also in the end what the brother read already is diverse from all the others because they had a certain level of customs that no other kingdom before had, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Their customs was really perverse and wicked, man. Orgies and saturnalia. What is the other holiday they Valentine's Day? No, but what is it called?
Wait, let me think.
Lupercalia. The Lupercalia, yeah. Lupercalia. You know, they had the Krampus. You know, Krampus. Okay, they was worshiping idols, fallacy, obelisk. They had the Egyptian customs all combined, all and thrown into one. Okay, come on, man. So let me finish this. Bro, he's a fucking.
This is what I'm saying. Like
he's a fucking.
Listen, this is the ultimate confusion. Listen, man. So you're looking at me like he's a believing Muslim, right? Because he got the thing on. But then you look at him how he acts. You know that he's a freaking Batiman, man. He's sodomite. Anyways, go back.
Remember this guy? As he saw me walking up to him. Remember the one? He was like, "I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you." I was like, "Okay."
Try. I'm a spiritual pause.
Okay, come.
I'm gonna let you. I'll be like this. You got the first, you know. I won't do anything. Just hit me with full strength, okay?
Okay, come. Also, that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign, and whom again they would displace. Select. But with their friends, this is First Maccabees 8 and 12. But with their friends and such as relied upon them, they kept enmity, and that they had conquered kingdoms both far and nigh, insomuch as all that heard of their name were afraid of them. Verse 13, also that whom they would help to a kingdom.
So whom they would have to a kingdom. So for example, you like
who they set up
to come to the Romans and you're like, yo, man, I want to conquer this dude, this and this and this. Read.
Those would reign.
Yeah, they will reign them. But it's like with America, the same thing. Think about it. They set up their puppet rulers right now, man. They be like, okay, you want to rule? I'm gonna let you conquer them, and then you're gonna rule, but you're gonna be under our name, under Rome. And this is why you have to, when the Rome kicks in, then you have to obey them. Same with America. America kicks in and be like, yo, you know, you have to obey us, man. And it's a spirit because before the camp started, right before the camp, there was a car again, the Q7, I think, with the 144. Yeah, man.
Hey, and whom selected, and whom again they they displace.
Yeah, exactly. Soon they didn't want to, they just kicked out basically. They killed them.
Finally, that they were greatly exalted. Yet for all this, none of them wore a crown, or was clothed in purple to be magnified thereby.
Yeah, because they didn't exalt themselves, man. They didn't exalt themselves. You know, read.
Huh.
The point is verse 15 to 16.
Moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house,
Uh-huh.
wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting always for the people to the end, to the end that they might be well ordered.
Okay,
Isn't that right now too?
read
Got the same shit right now. The House
exactly.
of Senate, same shit.
Read Daniel chapter 7, verse 7 again.
Representatives.
Because this is the point where why this diverse from all the others. Because before that they had what? One had monarchies. King that was ruling, and then the son was ruling. So he got drawn down. Another one was ruling. But now they have like a so-called chosen people from the people, and they divide ruling for the people, like you have right now. This is why this kingdom is the modern Roman Empire. It has the same traits, man. Read.
Same customs.
Yeah.
37:7. As to this, I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth.
See, a great iron teeth, yeah. Because, like we said, hey, the number one thing that Rome used was iron, man. This was the main thing, man.
It devoured, it brake in pieces, and stamped in the
Stamp, yeah.
stamped in residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns.
Was the verse of all the beasts that was before, man. You know, the verse of all the others. So read again, verse 15, Bible stuff from the top.
Verse 15. Moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house.
Yeah, Senate house. See, like today.
320 men sat in council daily, consulting always for the people, to the end that they might be well ordered.
See, for the people. So, like I said, from the people for the people. This is the same thing right now. Hey, you lost the receipt on your Bible paper. Hey, read.
And that they committed their government to one man every year.
See, and they committed the government to 1 year, like the president. Yeah, that's the
Who
president. man.
ruled over all their country, and that all were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor emulation among them.
So you have to really appease people, but nowadays it's not working anymore. Why? Because the Heavenly Father put the Spirit upon His people to see through that shit, man. That is all rigged. So that's the thing, man. So this beast is the Roman Empire, man. Diverse from all the others. Why? Because they had a different ruling system. It was different from all the others. So go back to Daniel. Yeah,
Daniel
man.
7 and 8. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. Therefore, whom there who there were the of the first horns plucked up by the roots, and behold, in this horn were eyes like the eye of man,
See, so
and
this
a
horn.
man speaking great things.
So this horn, there was 10 horns that
A
came
mouth,
to.
Salaka.
Yeah, we're gonna read it again, but the 10 horns, are basically like today, the 10 basic strongholds, strength foundations. But then you had a little horn coming up, which is what? America, man. This is coming out of the Roman Empire, which is America, man. This little horn. Read the part again about the little horn, Babakasha. Part of about the little horn.
Among them another little horn,
Yep.
before whom there were three of the first horns,
Yep.
plucked up by the roots.
So these 3 horns are the 3 wars, man. The French-American War, the Spanish-American War, and the Revolutionary War. These are the 3 wars because to that, basically, America lose the grip of all these empires that handle it. Because you have to understand that America, the Spanish, the French, and the English had a hand in America, but they ripped their basically free and destroyed these 3 little horns, these 3 other horns, man. Read.
Complete or where left off?
Read the part of the 3 horns again. And then
Another another little horn, before whom there were three of the first horns,
Yeah, see,
plucked
three of the first
up
horn.
by the roots.
See, plucked up by the roots. So taken out, man. By who? By the little horn, man.
And behold, this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and the mouth speak great things.
Yeah, and when you jump, okay, just stop right there and jump to verse 20. Verse 20, real quick.
And of the 10 horns that were in his head,
Yeah.
and of the other which came up, and before whom three fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth, that spake very great things, whose look was more shout than his fellows.
Stout. That more stout. This word stout goes into pride. What's more private than a fellow? Because what's like, yo, I'm the strongest. I'm the greatest. So that's really what you see there. So this kingdom, yeah, this is talking about America, man, because it thinks it's above everybody, you know, greatest among all, and
Proudest of the proud.
it's speaking great things against who? Against the Most High, man, because I think it says here,
One of the greatest things that they spoke against the Most High is turning that rainbow into a flag of perverseness, man.
man, the greatest thing that it did
That's
is
one of them.
one of them. Oh, I thought it was the greatest. I was like, the greatest? No, man. The greatest what it did is portraying our Lord as a freaking cracker, man. This is the greatest, man. And also the Heavenly Father himself, man. Jump to verse 25.
All the angels being Edomites, man.
I mean 24.
Verse 24.
Oh, no, 23. 23.
Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth,
Yeah.
which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the worlds, the whole earth.
See, because what did Rome do? Basically conquered the whole known world.
It,
You know what I'm saying?
it shall tread it down and break it in pieces. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them.
See, so
And
see, 10 horns are 10 kings like we have right now. You know, 10 horns. It's the same thing. It's the same thing like in the Roman Empire,
and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings.
Yep.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given unto his hand until time and times and the dividing of time.
See, so for a certain period of time. So that's the thing. So just talking about America, because this is what America did. America conquered, already like, ruled out these 3 kingdoms, you know, went against these 3 kings. And this is what we're in right now, man. You know?
Yeah. It says, seek to change the times. Yeah, right. That's what they did. Augustus Caesar with the Gregorian calendar. All right. The Gregorian calendar, and what was the other one? Julius Caesar and
Julius Caesar. Yeah.
the Gregorian and another. And
You mean it's calendars?
yeah, it's another calendar. There was Gregorian. There was a lunar calendar. Then it went to the Gregorian of the. It's another calendar.
Yeah. Well,
Select it. I can't think of it right now.
yeah, but they added 2 months onto it.
Yeah, so they sought to change the times and the seasons, man. They changed the New Year's into the 1st of January. All right, into the 1st of January, man. They changed the New Year's into the 1st of January, and the New Year's is not in the 1st of January. The New Year's is in March, man, when the earth is being sprung back into forth into life. You know, okay? So they were the ones who sought to change. Read that precept again, the last part again.
24 or 25?
Yeah, 25.
And they shall be given into his hand until the time and times.
Go to
And
24. Select
24. I just want to think that. Daniel 7 and 24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them. And he shall be diverse from the first, and shall subdue 3 kings.
Keep going.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
That's what they did through the transatlantic slave trade. through the sub-Saharan slave trade, you know, through utter slaughter and the States, man. The Northern Kingdom got slaughtered by the Spaniards and the French and the British. The Southern Kingdom got slaughtered by the so-called Americans, man. Keep going. We're out the Saints, man.
Most High, and the, and and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
See, so they think to change laws and be given it to the hands, all right, to the time of dividing the law. All right, so that's what we've done. That's what they've done. All right, they changed the law. They changed when the Shabbat was. They said that the Shabbat is on Friday, Saturday. All right, not going by the Gregorian, by the lunar calendar. They changed these times, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, this was the thing, man. It was breakdown. Can you go back to Daniel chapter 7, read verse 8 again, and then jump to verse 9?
There.
Yeah.
I'm there.
I know, but also verse 25. But jump back to verse 8. Jump back to verse 8, read it again, and then we.
Then it's 7 and 8.
The Julian calendar. Khan, I thought it.
Then it's 7 and 8.
Wait, hold on.
It's the Julian and the Gregorian calendar. All right, so they sought to change those times, man.
Yeah, because this is ultimate confusion. I want to brought up, you know.
Khan.
100%. Ooh, listen, but hey, this is really what they did. They really brought confusion. And this is how Esau rules, through confusion, not to righteousness, not to clearance, through confusion, man.
Go ahead, read.
Yeah, man.
Then it's 7 and 8. I considered the horde, and behold, there came up among them another little horde, before whom there were 3 of the first ones plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horde were eyes like the eyes of man, and the mouth, Salakia, speaking great things. Verse 9
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the
I
point.
beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the aged days did sit. Woe's garment
Who's come?
was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool.
So we broke all of that down, all those kings, to see that the Lord, that the point that I was trying to make was that those thrones was casted down before who? Yahweh himself, man. The Ancient of Days. The Ancient of Days. Right? Come, let's go back.
Jump to Daniel 4 and 7.
Yes, verse 1.
Oh, 4:17.
A pure wood. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
Talk about the chariots. Go to Daniel 4 and 17, because thrones cast down, every father ruling over them. Man. He can cast down as he want to. You know?
Then you,
4 and 17.
yeah, no. 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of man, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it baseth of man.
This is the base of man, the lowest of man, which are the Edomites. Man. He set them up. Every father set them up. He set up all his kingdoms. He set up the south, the Syrians, Babylonians, Medo Persians, Greeks, Romans, and now the kingdom we're in right now. You know, and that's the thing, man. That's really the thing. So hey, that's the heavenly Father, man.
Earlier with the ancients. We got to just discuss the Ancient of Days, but we're really something else. We're talking about the ancients. So, if you jump into that because
I know, but I can't remember. Because we went over so much, man, I can't remember this now. But we was in second 15th chapter. But yeah, man, that's really the thing. So you see, the Heavenly Father set up this king, but at the same time, we're going to draw this kingdom down. Man, because the next kingdom they're going to come up, the kingdom of the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, of us, man. We're going to rule, man. Because, hey, to a certain extent, Israel had to rule also, man. You know, and we had 40 years of peace, Israel, under King Solomon, yes, but now under King Solomon, which is the reincarnation of Yahushua, you know, I already said other way around. King Solomon is the reincarnation of Yahushua, you know, because Yahushua was the first creation of the Heavenly Father. So under him, we're gonna have eternal peace, man. This is gonna have eternal peace, man, for all times. You know, for all time, for all ways. That's really what's gonna happen, man. You know. So yeah, man. Hey, can we go back to 2 15? 2 15 in verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof.
See? So you're going to smite Egypt with plagues as before and destroy all the land thereof. That's happening again. All right? The Lord has been destroying these lands. All right? He got destruction all throughout the earth, man. Australia on fire. Okay? China was under floods. Germany was flooded. You know? India is going crazy. France is going crazy. Weather is going crazy. Okay? Come on, keep reading.
So what you got also, because that going to bring the plagues of Egypt again, because it's showing it's not talking about ancient Egypt, it's talking about modern Egypt. It says again, man. So it's not like, yeah, man, I'm gonna bring plagues upon Egypt. No, again. So all these plagues are gonna come, you know, because you also have what? You had the locusts in Mecca, I think. Mecca.
Yeah.
And then you had also the frogs, I think some
Rats
place.
in Australia.
Rats in Australia. So you have these things coming again, man. Every father is bringing these things again upon this world, man. Upon this kingdom. Every father is really destroying it step by step, destruction it, man. You know? Yeah, man. Because also you're gonna have the strange apparitions coming again, like also, man. People gonna lose their mind over the pure darkness and the apparitions. You know, the demons that came in this time, man. The so-called ghosts. You know? So it says, verse 13. Verse 12. It says, Egypt shall mourn. Select it. Verse 11, the rest. It says, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. See, so this showing like America gonna be destroyed, man. More than Egypt, gonna be wiped away, man. All the land gonna be destroyed, man. Verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and the hail, and with a fearful consolation.
There's going to come a time when you're not going to be able to plant and do the things that they're doing with the agriculture, man. You know, the seeds are going to fail. The things that they planted, the things that they hope to bring forth good tidings or anything.
Exceed, basically.
Yeah, man.
Bring something good for them.
Yeah, anything that they try to bring forth is going to fail, man. Why? Because of the wars, because of the destruction, because of the confusion that the Lord is about to that the Lord is bringing upon this earth. Go ahead.
So verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell there. Yeah, this is what every father says, man. I'm gonna bring all this shit, man. Destruction to the world and all that dwell there, man. You know? It's what's gonna happen to y'all. Y'all think y'all can't just do what the fuck they want and do all kind of wicks what you want, man. They're gonna deal with y'all, man.
Okay.
Verse 15. For the sword and destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands, man.
See, sword and destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another. All right, we're seeing that right now. With swords in their hands, with weapons, modern day weapons, them AKs, them RP5s, them 3D printed guns that they got out now that you can't even be traced now. Okay, plastic guns, Glocks, and all of that shit, rifles.
That's right.
All right,
right.
come on, go ahead, Art.
So yeah, man, this is really what you see. This really, you see also that the people are divided, man. They have to put the spirit upon them to be divided, man. That's why you see people gonna fight against each other. Civil war gonna break out, man. You know, average people like you gonna fight against each other because of opinion. You know, for example, what you see right now, what is really the dividing factor is this whole pandemic, man. Huh? Yeah, man. And also the thing like what you had in America, what the red and blue. This is really dividing the fucking country, man. Look at that, some Republicans. Look at them when they had the presidential election, man. These people wanted to go to war against each other, man. You know, verse 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of the action shall stand their own power." You know.
So it's whatever they have in their hands that they want to do. Yeah, they're gonna be the judge, jury, and the judge, jury, and the executioner.
Exactly.
In that day, man. Yep. They're gonna be like, this dude deserves death for this little crime that they're gonna have power in their hands.
That's right. And what you really see also in Germany, man, you see major, not protests, but not violent protests. You know, they're just going out, lifting their hands up like, "Hey, we want freedom, we want freedom," like that. And that's really what you see. But then it's really skyrocketed, man, in Germany. You see, after day after day after day, protests and protests and protests, man. And of course, I think in what was it? I think Leipzig, if I remember right or correct, they even set things on fire, man. This was really like the sedition, man, because they said like, we're gonna do what the fuck we want to, man. And this is really what you're seeing. So, hey, to the Spirit, the Heavenly Father, is really putting the Spirit upon them to fight against the governments. Because like I went into it before, sedition goes to concentrate the term to overthrow civil authority. But sedition really means to provoke the people to do that, man. And that's what we're doing. Why? Because we speak these words, because we speak the prophecies, because the prophecies are popping off, man. Hey, this is the year of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yoshe's turn up, man. You know? This is the year of Yahweh Shem Yoshe's turn up. We see the prophecies popping off, man. Basically, 2022 started off with a boom again, man. 2021 started off with a boom with the killing of Soleimani. But 2022 also with the bombing of Palestine by Israel. The Israelis bombed Palestine, a certain place in Palestine, man. What is it called again? The Gulf, right?
The sea?
No, to go. The Israelis bombed something. What was it again, man?
Palestine?
Yeah, the Palestinians, but it started with Gulf something. I forgot the word. Can't remember. But let me look it up. Yeah, man.
The Persian Gulf?
No, not the Persian Gulf. No. Israel.
You know when your bombs. Yeah, how's it called? Yeah, I forgot. It's like the job code is like
Rocks. Gaza Strip.
The Gaza Strip.
Gaza Strip.
I had the Gaza Strip.
The Gaza Strip.
I got-
That shit.
What the first time, bro?
I know it wasn't the first one.
Because I had to do it over this, like, whole history, presentation, how it started, how it kicked off until now.
Oh, so deep now. Deep on the topic. Deep on the topic.
It's funny as hell, bro.
You know, he dig deep.
Yeah, for the A brother, I had to do something.
Yeah, man. But hey, listen, man. So the thing is with that, you see, this it's a boom again because that's not the right thing. Fucking bombing, man. You know, because what Israel like? You know, you have to understand, man. These Israelis always want to be seen as the victims, but they're the fucking aggressors, man. They're the fucking aggressors. Bombing, Gaza Strip, bombing the shit out of them. But then when you speak about them here, you fucking aggressor, but they are fucking aggressors, man.
Anti-Semitic.
Yeah, go to my land. I'm gonna kill y'all in my land, man. That's what I'm gonna do. But hey, this is what the Heavenly Father gonna do. He's gonna slaughter these heathens. He's gonna slaughter the Amalekites, man. You know, because they're the arch enemy of the Lord, man. So going back, you wanna say something? 2 Kings 15-17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. It says, for because of the pride, the city shall be troubled, and house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You know, and this is really what you see, man. You know, because these people are afraid, actually, man. They're really afraid because they want to keep on doing what they want to do, you know, with their pride. They're doing what the fuck, they keep on doing what the fuck they want to. These governors and kings and rulers, so on and so forth. And these people are afraid, man, because honestly, these people don't have any clue what's going to happen in the future. Before that, they knew, like, yeah, you know, we're going to do this. I'm going to get this job. Now that they don't even know if they can get this job, if they don't basically, what is it called? Go and bend the knee to their rules and regulations, man. Because if you want to go now to the medical field, after the 16th of March in Germany, you have to be juiced up, man. You have to be juiced up. If not, you can work there. But you know what they say now in Germany? This is why a lot of protests going on also. Because they're saying like, after the 15th of March, so the 16th of March, who's going to take care of you? Why? Because they said also in Saxony, they're going to have a shortage, an extreme shortage of healthcare workers, man. Hey, that's beautiful, man.
Wait a minute, they overstaffed.
Yeah.
But you hired fired 75% of your staff, man.
Yeah, man. Overstaffed, you know, they have not enough staff in the ICUs, things like that. They say, yeah, man. Fuck out of here, man. Y'all just do what the fuck you want, man. Verse 19, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy the house with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread for great tribulation. See?
So just prophecy speaking, man. Prophecy speaking that it's going to be a lack of bread, great tribulation. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be some things that's going to happen here that's going to make people buck the fuck out even more.
Exactly.
All right. And ultimately, this is all prophecies that was prophesied by the prophets before us and us again in these last days. All right. To do what? Make a full circle of what the scriptures have said. You know, to finish the word out, man. To finish the story on out strong. All right. That's what we've been doing. That's what we've been called to do. Okay. Come on, man.
Concerning this verse, hey, it said, man should have no pity upon his neighbor, man. These martial law troops kicking in. You have the prime example in not Kazakhstan. What's Kazakhstan, man? Where Russia involved in? Kazakhstan, man.
They turn off the internet.
Yeah. Listen, man.
Kazakhstan is like it's like a land, but it's more like a state.
Yeah.
Somebody, it's like between Belarus, white Russia.
Yeah.
Just like it.
But the point is, what I want to make is, that they rolled in there, man, because riots were going on because of gas prices. But you know, there's something more behind it was going on. So they went against the government. They said, even like, hey, fuck this government, shit like that. And they even broke down the government, basically. They stepped down, kind of like not stepped down, but they stepped back. And this was still enough. So what happened? Military came in the freaking Kazakhstan from Russia, from Belarus, the freedom keepers, or something like that. The peacemakers, peacekeepers. So this is what you see, man. So the military came in and they had no mercy, man. They said like a mass amount of people was dead, man. You know, and this is why I wanted to bring out. They're gonna have to summary execution, shooting on sight, man. They're gonna have that. And this is what
Judge, jury, and execution.
exactly.
Right?
This is really what was going on. This is now down because people was killing police officers, man. So when this lawless style is gonna come in, the military gonna come in, man. And this gonna be like, hey, they want to have pity upon you. They're gonna kick you out of the houses. They're gonna spoil you women. They'll fuck you, rape your women. This is what these military troops gonna do, man. Kick you out of the houses and kill your babies, man. That's what they're gonna do, man. This is the time that we're about to enter into, man. Kazakhstan is the prime example, man, of prophecy. You know, and it's gonna happen, especially in America. You know, because why? The Heavenly Father keeps the last for the best. This is what Heavenly Father does, man.
Best for the last.
The best for the last. That's why I was stopping. I was like, this is not right.
The last for the best.
Yeah, the best for the last. Man.
Deutschland grammar.
Yeah.
Deutsch
Das
grammar.
Beste. Das Letzte für das Beste. Das Beste fürs Letzte.
Das Beste kommt zum Schluss.
The best comes to Schluss. Yeah, man. This is what the Heavenly Father does, man. You know, he waiting just to pluck America out of existence, man. You know, this is what the Heavenly Father waiting for, man. Because the Heavenly Father got a great indignation. Only Yahweh Shai can appease it, man. That's what we're waiting for, man.
Is that finished?
It was finished, basically.
You have any more pieces?
No. I don't have all piece of bread.
So, Yahweh this was an edifying lesson. Again, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Kakadash. Give honors to the elders and the apostles of great wisdom and taught us his truth. Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect 144,000 men pushing the wholehearted sincerely across the four winds. The GMS Germany camp. Yahweh was edifying lesson. Until next time, Shalom. Shalom.